CNN10 script, Sunday, April 5th, 2026. Screw 126. Meet the inventor of the Super Soaker, whose next idea could help our warming planet. February 2nd, 2026. Reading aloud. I've always been an inventor, and I think we're all inventors, The human beings' creativity, problem solving is what we're built to do. And creating is exactly what Lonnie Johnson has spent his life doing while shattering stereotypes and breaking barriers along the way. People ask me all the time, what's my favorite invention? It's like asking what's my favorite child. Yeah, from aerospace engineer to inventor, he is a living icon and living proof of what a little ingenuity and a lot of perseverance can do. He has more than 140 patents, including one that might be one of your favorite toys. Not just one do, introducing the Super Soaker 50. Dr. Johnson was born in 1949. He grew up in segregated Alabama during a time of rampant racial injustice. Take us back through your childhood, some of the challenges that you faced growing up. Where I grew up, segregation was a very weird thing. So there were certain things that, as a black person in America, I was not allowed to do, places I couldn't go. The colored versus white bathrooms, water fountains, the whole 9 yards. And racism was just out front, If you're black, you couldn't, there are certain things that you just didn't do. A cruel daily reality, but Dr. Johnson wasn't going to let that crush his creative spirit. By the time I got to high school, I got interested in science and engineering. I watched President Kennedy make his moon speech in '62 and was all excited about that and getting into science and rockets, and used to watch the Lost in Space robot on TV, Robbie the Robot, and I decided I wanted to have my own robot. He spent over a year building Linux. So you're like 16, 17 years old at the time. And this was back in the 60s, so nobody had robots back then. He took Linux to a science fair his senior year. Went off to University of Alabama in '68. This was just a few years after Governor Wallace had stood in the door and said no black students would ever attend this university. And I was the only black student there with the project, and my robot won first place.